Oh, there we go. Now it's loaded. Yes, the site didn't load for some reason. Anyway, so, hello, welcome. Thursday night. Exciting times. So, yes. The stream title is See It, Say It, Sort It. Playing Train Simulator 2020. So, GWR, I heard a stream is going to start. Wonder who told you. Yeah, something about a telegraph? Or was it a fax? Intrifiguring. Telegraph. Loading route. Oh hey, the streamer is here too. I guess the rumors were true. Oh, where? There, points. Ah, you're right. Right up there. You're right. I almost missed him. Or am I left? Phew. I need to get his autograph. Yeah. Right, you are. You were left after all. Should I? So we're playing Autography Simulator 2022 today. Believe you to assume we will long enough to see that year. We will long enough what? Probably live, even though I am confident that we will. Wow, chat's full already. Hello, Slavic Eagle. Hello, Kango Fango. Hello, Mr. W. Welcome. Yep, yes. Hello all. I got the notification by carrier pigeon. Ah, so then it did work. Although it's supposed to be a parrot. Are you sure it's a pigeon? A parrot was supposed to deliver it. I'll have to have a word with my manager. By my manager, I mean the manager who is employed by me, not the manager who manages me. Ah, nice. Nice to have a change from the usual carrier swarm. Depends, 2021 has already had quite a bad incident. Well, yes. Right, so, let us begin. We're trying to figure out how to rotate the Wi-Fi antenna in order to get stable connection. That is the bad incident that Mr. W meant probably. Might have been a parrot, but being as he told me to sod off, I doubt that one was yours. No, he was. It's just that some other people were over here while I was teaching him how to talk. Might have picked up a few of their words. Good luck with that. Working so far. Great, so then let's get started. Today, I'm going to not forget to show you where we're driving. We are driving in Train Simulator over here. Let me zoom in. We're driving over here. Not all this way, I'm just going to the place that we're driving at. That's what I'm driving at. We should hit Alaska pretty soon. There we go. And a bit further. 1 second. Just let me get to it. I've gone a bit too far, I think. Ah, yes, here. We're driving in London. Yes. And we are driving sort of this area of it, I believe. Sort of around here, about around this area of it. Yes, the North London and Goblin lines. Here we go. Haha. Great indeed. I vote Great Western Main Line. Nope. Wait, what? The story of Forest Rail? Nope. Looks like Google Earth. Well, it was Google Maps, so you're close. Oh, right. Ask her what? XD. London Overground, XD. I'm calling it right now. Yes, I got it. Is it my scenario? Oh, no, sorry, I didn't realize you had a London Overground scenario. Actually, if you can send me a link to that, I'll try to get it working for next stream, or maybe if there's time for this in this stream. But if you can put a link to that in chat, then I can see what I can do, because I'd love to play it. Why did you look for Alaska? Are we driving from Alaska to London? No, I didn't look for Alaska. I merely said that we'll be at Alaska, going all the way around, back to London soon. No, I don't even have the DLC. I do also have the other London one, the South London network. I do also have that. So you do have scenarios for that. So if you want to, if I do want to play one of those, I meant to get in touch with you about that. But please put a link in chat to a scenario if you want me to play it. I'll see if I have the DLC and then I can download it. But for now, oh right. When you circled the area around London, I thought it would be one of my scenarios, South, or Thames. Well, I do have the South London network. Yes. So, good afternoon, driver. In this scenario, you will be in charge of a Class 172 Turbostar on a full-length westbound run between Barking and Gospel Oak. This will be a straightforward run today. When you're ready, please let passengers board before departing. Right? That was alright. Let's open the doors. This is our train. If you've been in London, you will recognize this as London Overground train. I've been on the London Overground before, 2 years ago. And I don't think I didn't go in one of these, but in one that's very similar to this. And I did go on part of this line, not a large part, but on a part of this line. So I have actually been in this rough vicinity in one of these trains before. Well, similar to these trains. So, doors are closing. Let's go. And by the way, this has a combined throttle brake, so you can see there's only one lever for both. So let us begin. Passenger view looks like this. And this train is quite isolated. The sound is quite dampened from the outside. It's quite quiet inside, which is nice in real life, but in Train Simulator I do like having a bit of sound inside. It makes it a bit interesting. Yeah, it's North London and Goblin lines. Yeah, it is. We should hear a ding soon. There we go. A signal screen. It's up to you to play them. I will plop the link anyways. You can choose one. Choose one day. Right, thank you. Colorful. It is. I like it. Automatic and this is Barking. Change here for other London Overground services. Trellis, you went on the 378 Capital Stars, right? Maybe. If I saw one, I'd know which one it was. Hiya, hello Chris, yes, hello. There's the link. Hey, that link should work. The oldest series I've watched. Hot Wheels. Ah, I see. Oh, need to brake a bit. Don't want to speed. Oh, no, I'm speeding. Great start. And there we go, the speed limit just went up. Right. Apparently Twitch has banned PogJamp. No idea. Consult me on the quality of them so I can rank them from best to worst. I will. Yes. The emote PogJamp is banned. The word is not. Yeah, it would be strange if the word was banned. This. Yes, it was that one. I did go on that one. Yep. I read about it today. Darn it, America, says Slovak Eagle. Well, I don't very much care for exotic emoticons, as it were. Basic ones are fine for me. Right, I need to accelerate a bit more. I should have done previously, but I read chat. Next stop is Woodgrange Park. So Woodgrange Park, platform 1. And a nice thing about this line is that the stations are so close together that you have quite a lot to do. Plus it's very interesting, I think. It is in London, so you've got a lot of buildings, a lot of bridges, so that sort of thing. But there's also a lot of green on it, so that's nice. Yeah, you can tell that this platform used to be in use to more of its extent. There we go. The Bing was the AWS, which was the small magnet, the AWS ramp on the floor, which just basically says, hey, look up, there's a signal ahead. Okay, let's brake here. There we go. Let's open the doors. Oh, there should be a train. Ah, yes, there it is. Let me read chat. Still got it on my Discord though, since I've added it manually. Yes. Exotic. Utters? I have uttered something before. Yes. Stutters. Nice one. Haha. Lol. Exotic butters. Shutters. Exotic. Oxot shutters. Shutters. Of course, why not? There we go. Ready to depart. Also, it does have in-cab lighting, so you can see and turn it off and on. Next station is Wanstead Park. Wanstead Park, yes. Quite an empty train. Well, the people aren't the same that you see from the outside than the ones you've seen from the inside. So, if I look in it, oh yeah, actually you're right. You can see there are a couple of people in there at the moment. You can see them through these windows a bit better. But if you're in like this, it's completely empty. We're about to cross over another line down there. Shadows, yep, this one has in-cab lighting. Original turbo stuff from 2012 doesn't have them, and they've never updated it. Yeah, I know. Isn't it pronounced Wanstead instead of Steed? Wanstead, maybe. But it is spelled Steed, so S-T-E-A-D. So I thought it was pronounced Steed, but you might be right. Because the thing is that a lot of words aren't pronounced like they're spelled, but rather how it's easier to pronounce. So over time, Wanstead may have become Wanstead. So you're probably right, actually. Like Hampstead. Well, if it were like Hampstead, then it would be pronounced Steed. I know, I get it, yes. Hampstead. Steed is spelled with two E's, not E-A. I know, but that's what I would pronounce it like. There we go, you've got some nice super elevation. But you're right, it is quite empty today. Alright then. Yeah, you can see. Quite a nice model, actually. Ugh, I still have chill lanes. That's unfortunate. Lane, whatever it is. I like the beeping of the doors. Sorry about that. Yeah. Off we go. Another interesting thing about this map, and London transport in general, is that a lot of it is built elevated like this. Now, on this specific section, it's just a wall like this, but on large parts, other parts of it, there are actually arches. So it's actually built on a viaduct where the arches have been filled in, which is quite interesting. I'm liking the designs of the seats. Yeah, cheers. Would you ever like C4449 or is this the 4480? Are those the UP fifth threes? The fifth threes? Or is that something else? No. Are those the big boys? I'm not sure what you mean by that. It's alright. And yes, the seats are nice. Yes, they are. Next stop is Leytonstone High Road. Right. Never been on these trains. I would. These. Nope. SP. Oh, Southern Pacific Daylight. Oh, well, that's nice. Yeah, I would like to see them. 4440 is big boy. Right. I knew it was something with 444 in it. No, the Southern Pacific GS4. Yeah. Okay. London. There are some tall buildings back there, I think. X4440. 4014 is big boy. Game with your favorite lore and or feel? Oh, well. That is difficult. That is difficult to say. Because the game with my favorite lore would probably be... I'm about to overshoot this probably. Yeah, probably only just. Nah, you can still get out that door, surely. Maybe a little bit. Well, lore... I don't know, maybe... I'm guessing my own games don't count. Game with my favorite lore / feel. I would have to say Star Trek Adventures. You didn't specify video game or other, so I'm guessing tabletop role-playing game is good okay as well. So, yes, my favorite lore and feel is the Star Trek Adventures role-playing game. There we go. Right, 4014. Thought it was 4440 at first, but yes, you're right. Just lore, my bad. Brakes, screech, sparks fly. Train brakes. I meant brake, not brake. Yeah, that joke again. Can trains reverse? Trains can reverse, yes. They can. However, we're on a timetable, and most of the train was on the platform, so this is a better solution, I think. Although, yes, I could have reversed. If I ever shoot again, I'll probably reverse. Shadow's pre-made game, not like a game you made up. Okay. They can reverse, but it might deduct points for performing an operation error. Not sure if it would in this case. Probably not. Shadow's, you can choose Star Trek here, boy. Why not? XD, well, he can, just not the tabletop role-playing games. Why not? You didn't specify? Well, okay. If I'm not gonna choose tabletop role-playing game, then... Difficult question. I would have to say, in terms of lore, I would probably say... either either open either open TTD, so Open Transport Tycoon Deluxe, or, well, I don't know. I'd say either Open TTD in terms of lore, or maybe Civ 6, because of the history of the countries that is being woven as you play. Even though I'd like it if the game focused more on the history part and recording what happens and things like that. But yeah, that's one. Oh, by the way, there's garbage on the tracks here. Very accurate. Very, very accurate. Yes. So that's in terms of lore. No, well, yeah, lore, because OpenTTD as well, because of how your empire grows, your your transport empire grows, because you start with a little line, then the city around the city grows if you transport stuff to it. So, at the end of a game, when you're going around with maglev trains, you can see, oh, this was my first line, and this is the line that came afterward. Oh, and I had these locomotives here, and I had that there, and this was built because of this industry, but now I'm actually using it for this thing. Those two games, probably. And in terms of feel, that's another difficult question. I mean, Train Simulator is obviously very, very nice for that. The feeling of actually driving a train through London or through the Rocky Mountains or anywhere else that I've got a route of is very, very appealing. That is a nice feel. And yeah, in terms of lore, well, it's really more the real world lore that I'm interested in these things, which is not strictly part of the game. So I'd say probably Train Simulator, and for the other one a tie between Civ 6 and OpenTTD probably, and with Transport Fever as a close second. I'll read chat once I'm at Walthamstow Queens Road, which is the next station. I'll quickly save. The people living here must have many train experiences. Oh, there were double-decker buses down there. In the meantime, however, I reciprocate the question and aim it back at you. What are your favorite games in terms of lore and feel? It might be, this might be a good route to learn to drive without the HUD at the bottom, so that you know when speed limit changes come up and when stations come up and that sort of thing. Which is a thing that I've only learned that, half learned that on one route, which is actually the Riviera line, the English Riviera route. But I've tried on a couple of other ones, but I didn't have the time to stick with a route for that long to be able to learn it. But with this one, it's not that long, and it's quite compact, so this might be a good candidate for that. And actually, here's an interesting bit of information I'll share with you once the train is stopped. Okay, opening doors. Yes, so when I was in London 2 years ago, 2019, I stayed in a travel lodge hotel, and this is the building. This one, actually no. It's this one. This building. In real life, this building is the travel lodge hotel, and my room was about here, I think. So when I looked out of my window, actually it was more like here. So when I looked out the window, I saw the trains go by down there, and the bus station over here is a very busy bus station, not just one block like this. It's actually, of course, much more detailed. So yes, this was my hotel room. This building right here. And that is amazing. That line up there that I just showed you, you can't drive on it in this route. This line over here, which goes over there, you can't drive on it. If I look at the map, you can see, actually, center player, you can see that it's literally only this bit here. But even though you can't really see it from the train, they've bothered to put in those buildings, at least placeholders for those buildings. So that is just brilliant. I love that. Now, let me read chat. How about Civ 6, Shared Eyes? Yes. Because in the tabletop role-playing games, at least not pre-written ones, you make up the story. Oh, well, with the Star Trek Adventures one, with the lore, I meant the Star Trek universe lore. Because from the Star Trek franchise. Because there's so much lore to it, and I love the franchise. The game of Star Trek Adventures, because it is not a video game, you can incorporate as much of the lore of the actual universe as you want, and that was the lore I was referring to. And in terms of feel, the entire system, the entire tabletop role-playing system of Star Trek Adventures is built around a gameplay session feeling like a Star Trek TV episode. Every facet of that game is based around that. So it feels like you're actually playing a character in a Star Trek episode. And by Star Trek, by the way, I mean old Star Trek. So the original series, Next Generation, the movies, DS9, Voyager, Enterprise. Not J.J. Abrams Trek or Discovery or Picard, because that is a whole different thing. That there are essentially, I feel like there are two Star Trek franchises, the old one and the new one, and they're just munched together somehow. But that is what I meant, not my own lore. Unless you're talking about pre-made campaign? No, I'm talking about the actual universe lore of the franchise, not necessarily a campaign. Charles, how much lore is there in OpenTTD? Well, the lore of how your network grows and develops and expands and evolves as you play, and as towns start accepting different goods, and as you unlock new locomotives, new modes of transport, and as towns grow into cities and connect together, and that sort of thing. OpenTTD seems like the kind of game that doesn't seem like it has a whole lot of lore or story, but when you analyze it, yuck. That's a perfect sentence. But when you analyze it, yuck. No, I know the yuck was probably referring to the rubbish. Sorry, something in my throat. Much better, much better. Or do you mean the lore of the game itself? How the game came to be? No? I don't. Yuck because of OpenTTD or because of the garbage? Latter. Yeah, I see. I'd say in OpenTTD you make up your own lore as well. Well, a bit. But you don't really make it up yourself. It's more the lore gets generated along the way. When you're making a decision in the game, you don't make it because you want to make lore, you make it for other reasons, and the lore gets generated along the way. Although if that doesn't fit with that, then I'll probably, in terms of, well, then Civ 6 wouldn't fit as well, because in Civ 6 you make your own lore as well. If those two don't count, because you do kind of make the lore yourself, even though it's not the goal, then I'll have to rethink about that question, which I'll do while driving in a minute or so. Speaking of which, I've been brainstorming some things of the lore of my books and how they connect with each other. Oh, that is great. I love a connecting universe. The lore of your own transport empire. Shades, was that the bus in the traffic, more or less? They mismatched fronts and rears? I didn't get a good look at it, but it looked pretty much like it, yep. The rear is from the Right Eclipse Gemini, as far as I know. As for games I've played, it's gotta be the Kingdom Hearts series, though I've not gone very far in it. I heard that there's alternate timelines, dimensions, etc., and I love that, especially when the lore isn't directly told to you and you have to figure it out yourself. Yes, that is very, very interesting. Has it got to do with Walthamstow Central? Yeah, wow. Oh, that view. Yes, it was brilliant. Bingo, Kango, call it again. Exactly, says Kangafango. I have 30 megabit download speed right now. Why is this stream buffering for me constantly? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. For me, it's not. I've got it running right there. It's fine for me. Shades, would be nice if they made extensions to include the entire Overground. Yes. It cannot be faster than that. This is Twitch doing it. Sorry about that, yeah. Shades, that's what I love about Star Trek Adventures 2. Have you offended any Twitch high-ups recently? I don't know. Anyways, feels like I'm watching an episode. They've hammered the nail perfectly. This is basically an it was better in the old days, but Star Trek. Yeah, exactly. And if you don't know much about Star Trek, you'd probably think, what is the difference? Well, the difference is, old Star Trek was more ask questions first, then don't shoot at all, wonders of the universe, few bad episodes. New Star Trek is bang, 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 explosions, action shot, crashing starship, propaganda as well, and a few episodes that are good. Most of them are bang, 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 explosions, action. Which, as its own thing, can be interesting to watch, but as Star Trek, I prefer the old ones. This is taking too long, I know. XDDD, that's priceless, my bad. I hate One Railroad because they prohibited Steam locos, including C&O 614. Which one, Chris? Yeah, I don't know which one you mean. Law and Order, that would be fun. A fun show. Railroad? I think it's NCS. Shadows, well, I got the idea from most of your games being connected. Sorry for spoilers, but I think I've said before. No, it's fine. I want people to know they're connected. Oh, that's flattering. Thank you. Yep, I loved it when universes connect. It's anticlimactic when you try to connect them all the time and they never connect. It's really frustrating. Streams fine for me too. Plus, I love the feel and plots and emotion of KH series, Kingdom Hearts series, and it seems to deal with quite adult problems emotional wise, using an animated media. Interesting. I can see why you would dislike the new series then, like it's been directed by Michael Bay. Perhaps. Star Trek has turned into Star Wars. Not necessarily, because I think Star Wars has more underlying story and plot than a lot of the new Star Trek. Because Star Wars has political intrigue. It has a story of good versus evil. It has believing in oneself. It has corruption. It has all of these things, which, never heard of them. Oh my, wow. Right, now I'll continue and think about the question. So, next station is Black Horse Road, Platform 1. Because we're doing Train Simulator, if you've forgotten. Right, so in terms of lore, if the lore is baked into has to be baked into the game itself, well, that's actually quite difficult, I think. Because I don't generally play a lot of games that have built-in lore. I tend to play more open games. But you didn't say it had to be a game I've played, so I'd say... That's actually quite a difficult question to answer. Because when I think about lore, I think about the universe that it exists in. And most games, with a lot of lore, have quite a lot of fighting in them, so I don't know much about them, so I don't know... that's quite interesting. Okay, well, Star Trek Online then, there you go. Favorite lore, Star Trek Online. Because actually, yes, because Star Trek Online, even though it is an MMORPG which is focused almost exclusively around combat, the stories, because they expand. Well, Star Trek Adventures takes place after the pre-established canon. Well, most of it anyway. So they have free reign to do with the story as they will, and they, most of the time, respect Star Trek canon, which is far more that can be said for CBS. So I would say Star Trek no, well, yeah, but I mean Star Trek Online. I would say Star Trek Online for lore. Yes. There we go. Right, off we go. Oh, it goes down to 20 apparently soon. Oh, does that have an arrow? I don't think it does. When are we departing again? Oh, my bad, it is CSX that prohibited steam locos. Oh, look at that, there's an old crossing there. Aww. An old railway crossing. I don't know about that. Bit loud on the outside, I know. But we're mostly on the inside. Turbo Boost, Turbo Star, I mean. It doesn't have to be ones you've played. And actually, even if it had to be, Star Trek Star Trek Online. Oh, look at that, a park. Water. Probably water reserve, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Or maybe a fish farm. It could be a fish farm. But it's probably a water reserve. And we're going down to 20 soon. The thing is, in 2010, which is when Star Trek Online first launched, which is, by the way, still being updated, new stuff is still being added to it, I wanted to play, I was already a huge Star Trek fan, I wanted to play a Star Trek game where I'm basically just flying around the Star Trek universe, exploring planets, well, yeah, exploring the universe, galaxy, basically. But I couldn't find one of those games because all of the games included fighting. So then I asked, and I think it was either a forum or maybe Reddit? I don't know. Maybe it was a forum. Whether in Star Trek Online you could, whether you had the option to just fly around without combat. And someone responded, yes, there are missions without combat, which is true. However, I think they must have misunderstood why I was asking, because I installed Star Trek Online, I loaded in, created a new character, started the game, and it puts you in the tutorial. And the thing is, the tutorial is, well, the tutorial mission, the beginning of the game, the first quest, so to say. The first quest is the tutorial, which is mandatory. You have to complete the tutorial to be able to enter the game proper, the open world. And only in the open world you can just fly around without combat. In the tutorial, you have to also do the combat part. So I never got past that because I just didn't want to do that. So then I uninstalled again. But it technically counts as me playing it, so haha. Even though you said I didn't have to play it, but still, haha. Now I think last time, for some reason, the emergency... Oh no, this is not the right... Oh no, we've got still quite a ways to go, that's good. South Tottenham platform 1 is the next station, this one. South Tottenham. I was in Tottenham Hale. And actually with this one, you can actually open the door. So like this, which does actually change the sound. So you can hear the engine like this, and then if I close the door again, you can hear that it's muffled. That's quite nice. Right. Like, I know you like Journey, maybe the lore of that? Maybe. I mean, I do like the lore of that as well. We'll do games first, because that's the only one I would really know. Press C twice. Shadow Eyes, you can't leave the guard hanging like that. Well, the guard didn't sound, I just sounded it. And I did press it twice, it just for some reason connected it. They buzzed to you, you've got to buzz her back. No, I did it. Alright, I especially like it when you don't expect games to have lore, but with a connection with another one of the company's games or a sign, you can make a connection. Yes, that is great. And so lore spreads her wings and rises like an eagle. Angel. Yes, angel, not eagle, angel. Yes, Shinice, try opening the window too. Top half the door. I'll do when I set off. Right, so you can open this little door over here as well. I know, it's a window. You can listen, it sounds like this. And it sounds like this. 1 second. Like this. A bit different. Top off the door. Eagle. To be fair, eagle works as well. I almost put Phoenix. Honk. Yeah. But this one actually has a 2-tone horn. So this is the upper tone? The lower tone. Oops, speeding. Oh no. Don't go into emergency, thank you. Signal. Yes, it's green. I was playing with the windows. Sure, is this the new maple leafing? Us calling windows doors? Nah, that was just a mistake. Quite nice, this. Next stop, Haringey Green Lanes. No, Haringey Green Lanes. Take this. What is that? Is that something good? Yes, very nice. It's nice locomotive, that. Try to show us the horn lever while you're sounding it. There. Interesting. Could you post that in train stuff? Later. Nice, thanks. I've done everything I could to stop Twitch from buffering, but it just won't stop. I literally exhausted all tricks. Well, if you had an Ethernet connection, I would suggest that you disconnect your Ethernet and then reconnect it, because that gives you a new IP, which could work better. But since you're using Wi-Fi, that probably doesn't work. Nice, thanks. Oh well, guess I just will be artificially limited by Twitch. Very unfair, that. Very unfair. Here, if you want to stop the train, you have to turn this, apparently. This always looks like there's some sort of AWS thing on the track, but no, it's just rubbish. Yes, and they did also have these help points here. Everywhere, basically. Waiting for the next train won't hurt you. So you don't have to, basically, just so you take your time on it, with it. So this is a very nice route. Okay. Off we go. What's the difference between Ethernet and Wi-Fi? Ethernet is a well, it's a wire connection, whereas Wi-Fi is wireless. Ethernet goes through the telephone cable. So you put your router, you connect to the telephone line, and then basically, yeah, Ethernet is cable internet, which is what I'm using, because I don't want to unnecessarily irradiate myself. Cable, and actually stable connection with your router. Yes, cable. Yes, wire cable that the internet goes through, like telephone cable. What will be Ghost Lady's reaction to see you playing trains? Well, last time she saw me playing trains, she wanted to start the stream herself without me, and she actually did. Don't know what will happen next time. Guess we'll have to find out. Crouch Hill, platform 1 is next station. Are you connected to the internet via cable? You are connected via the internet via cable, not airwaves. Yes. Shadows, depends why you're waiting. Exactly. She's probably used to it. With Wi-Fi? Ah, right. Ethernet sounds like something in a sci-fi book. It does a bit. Like Skynet? Yeah. So you actively plug something into the device you want to use internet on with Ethernet? Yes, you do. That is the normal way that internet works for a long time, before wireless came along, which is still what a lot of people are using, because it's cleaner. You don't flood your room with Wi-Fi radiation or Bluetooth radiation. Plus, it is more stable and usually faster. Yes, so you've got a cable which comes from your telephone cable, which goes into your router, and from your router you have cables running to your devices, like for example your computer or whatever else you want to use internet on. And actually there is a way of doing that with an iPhone as well, although you do need a special adapter to do that, and it's not an official thing, but it actually does work. There's a way of doing it. Right. Coming into Crouch Hill, platform 1. Opening the doors. You can actually see the destination Gospel Oak on there, which is actually where we're heading. So that is nice. Yes, London. Prettier from down below. Well, maybe not. No, that's fine. Let me quickly catch up on chat. Ethernet cable. An eBay link to an Ethernet cable. Nice. Whoa, that's a link and a half. Exactly. Shadows, that's quite quaint, actually. What do you mean by quaint in this context? Why is Wi-Fi more often used then? Or is it just my age? The thing is, Wi-Fi is used more often because it is being pushed by companies. Wi-Fi is, well, in some cases Wi-Fi is handier. You don't have to deal with cables running around everywhere, but it does mean that it's irradiating you. Wi-Fi radiation, yes. Yes. There are worse things than that, obviously, but an Ethernet cable is healthier. Which, by the way, is scientifically proven. So, because you can use it anywhere and don't have to bother with cables. Yeah, exactly. Surely people can't prefer Wi-Fi because they're too lazy to plug something in. That is exactly the thing is that companies are pushing Wi-Fi, pushing wireless, pushing Bluetooth. For example, the Macs. If you buy a new Mac from Apple, it comes with a wireless keyboard. Yeah? It used to come with a keyboard that had a connection, a USB connection. You can plug in your Mac because you've got your keyboard on your desk with your Mac. Why would you need it to be wireless? But because companies are pushing wireless, they switch to wireless stuff instead. That's a rabbit hole you can go very far down. I also only use Wi-Fi when I absolutely need to. The Kangafango, they're using it everywhere, is fair play. But even then, if there isn't a connection, you can only use data. You don't have to run the cable across the entire house. Yeah, that is true. Also, for some reason, my PC doesn't want to allow Ethernet to be connected. That is very strange. Very, very strange. Quaint is old but cute. Old but cute. The healthy way. There's certain charm to having to plug something in. Yes, I agree. I completely agree. The same with buttons and switches rather than touch screens. Have you tried troubleshooting to... Never mind. USB plug? Isn't it USB? The cable that comes off of a keyboard, doesn't it have a USB? I think it has a USB plug at the other end that you put into the Mac or whatever you're using it with. Just why TF are people falling for it then? Why do companies promote it if it's actually worse than the alternative? That is a very good question to ask, and it has to do with money. It's basically the thing that more money can be earned with, not just by that company, but by the industrial complex, is usually the thing that will be pushed, even if it is for the consumer actually worse. Just look at fast food, for example. Slovak, when you gonna stream? The connection fell for 3.5 weeks, more like 4.25. It fell and fell and fell, but it wasn't alone. Ah, yes, I know the reference. When is internet? When is it? Yes, it has. Actually, USB plug, USB port. Yeah, for what seemed like. I know. Oh gods, what have I done? I'm scared. Have I set him off again? No, you haven't. I don't want to get too much into this. Companies are bastards, aren't they? Most of them, yes. I only have got that. Don't ask me, ask him. Haha, hehe, nice. So, let's go. Next station, Upper Holloway, Platform 1. You're slowly grinding away at my soul. Kangafango. Aww. Such a strange image, that. Yes. Ah, that is an example of fast food. Same as the ones above, yes. You can see this is an old platform here. Disused, apparently. Actually, you know what? Let's open the window a bit. Signal is green. Good. Also, the wipers should work. Yes, there you go. They do work. But we don't need them at the moment. But if we should need them, then we've got them. Oops. Start braking too soon. thought I was going faster than I was. Better that way around than the other way around. And start braking. Open doors. There you go. Wheelchair access. Oh nice. Got quite the ride ahead of you. If you're in a wheelchair, going up all the way here. Turning this corner. Going all the way up here. That is a phone call. Hold on. Let me go into the paused screen for 1 second. Let me mute this as well. If you can hear me, please type something in chat. Can you type something in chat if you can hear me? Please type yes in chat. Oh, ye, so you can hear me. Let me try to reload the page. You have to let me know if the stream is back up or not. Because I can't, for some reason I can't load it here. Actually no, it has... That's odd. No, it's not loading now. Twitch is having issues again. Let me see. Twitch status. Yes, identified. We have identified an issue causing Twitch to fail to load in some cases. So, yeah. Okay, the stream is loading on that side now. Can you still hear me? Okay, so the question is... there's apparently someone at my door. Hold on. Yes, welcome back. Yes, I can hear. Okay, that's good. So, in that case, let's continue. Hopefully, it will be recorded in the archive. Hopefully. Let's see if it actually switched. Let me just quickly tone chat. In Discord, I mean. There we go. People can apparently see and hear me, but some of the page is broken. I'll continue the stream unless it gets worse. Which it may have, because now it's saying things about the time machine again. But now the stream is back. Very interesting. This is always fun to do, isn't it? Well, especially when you're a bit frustrated. Sweetie, you ain't even watching. Well, he may have been, he just wasn't in chat. Right. So, I'll just quickly wait to see what Twitter types, and then I'll switch over probably. I literally can't watch. My internet connection is such bad that it's unbelievable. Sorry about that, sweetheart, if you ever see this. Right, so here we go. I'll continue now. No, I'll continue the stream. 1 minute it decided to yeet itself out the window. And Twitch too. I can't watch a single YouTube video without it buffering for 15 minutes. That is very, very unfortunate. I'll continue the stream now. Yes. Huh. Let's just wait for what Mr. W types, and then... I still can't watch. See you tomorrow, I guess. Yeah, I mean... you can watch the archive if you want. Ghost Lady, if you hear this, fix the others' Twitch or fix YouTube. Thanks. From Shadow's friend Chris. Yes, what he said, please. Yes. Nah, she's having issues with electricity. Doesn't really work for her at the moment. But let's continue anyways. I mean, this ride won't take very long anymore. There we go. Quite a nice game, this. Oops. That's what you get. The one time I decided to drive out from the outside view, bam, AWS. There we go. That just cost me a few points because of emergency brake setting, but It's not that bad. This train has such cute little buffers down there, doesn't it? At least I think those are buffers. I'm fairly sure those are buffers. Me wants to go to UK to see Paradise. Also me has no money. Well, sorry I can't help you with that. If I had the money to pay for you to come visit, then that means that I would have enough money to do a whole lot of other things which would be very important. Oh, little crossing there that's been closed. Yeah. Next station is Gospel Oak, which is the last one of this run. There is actually a station, the little part of this route which I did drive, which I was driven on in a train, is not in this scenario. I don't think it's in any of those scenarios because the North London scenarios didn't come with, because this is the North London and Goblin Line scenarios. I have written to Dovetail Games, however, they have not gotten back to me about that yet, but it was across New Year, so that will probably have something to do with it. Yes. However, it is on the map here, so if we went into quick drive, I could drive that line. Oh look, a palm tree. There. How nice. I do really like this route. Something about London, and especially a train that for a lot of it is this elevated, well, more than it's actually elevated, as well as the density of the stations. Just something about this is so nice to drive on. Last time the emergency brake tripped coming into this. Did I have to do that for some reason? Because it doesn't list it doesn't show a signal down there. Well, at least not until the final one. Maybe I forgot to do the AWS thing. However, we are on time, so that's good. Right, so this is the end of this particular line. And yes, this is the station which reminds me of the one, I think in Budapest? I'm not sure. The one there on Central Europe, the map, with the V shape. Yes, and this line, by the way, it continues on for a bit. But then I think it just goes into a tunnel and then goes out. Actually, does it continue on more? Huh. No, yeah, it ends. You can see. Actually, no. Oh, no. This line continues. I must have. No, I was thinking of this line. Yes, this line continues along here. So we've driven, I think, this route here from down here. Where is it, the first one? Oh no, we went from over here. Right, so oh right, because we went the other way. I see. Oh right, yeah. So we went from down here, over here, and then I believe up and around? Yes, up and around, from down here, up and around, and then into there. Where is... That is strange, I'm looking for... Where's Stratford? No, because that's the line we went on. Is Stratford here? Is this Stratford? Yes, this is Stratford. This is actually the station that I was on, and Stratford going over to... Nice. Hackney down. Actually, did I not press T? I may have... That's strange, no, because I definitely did press T. I guess it must not have registered, or maybe I accidentally pressed a different button. But anyway, that gave us enough time to look at the map. So, yes. Anyway, we're 2 minutes late now, because I didn't open the doors. Anyway. Quite nice waiting room, actually. Although with these ones, you've always got the open bottom, which creates a very cold wind at your feet, which is not very nice. But it is better than nothing, in most cases. So yes, there we go. Silver again. Silver again. If I hadn't lost 90 points at the end, I may have gotten gold, but that is that. Anyway, yeah, this one is the one I was in. This one here. Hey, Shadice, can you say to Ghost Lady to appear behind you next to the door as Shadow? I'm excited to see her. I can. So, you heard what I just said. What do you want? Do you want to do it? No? Oh, I see. Oh, well, I'm sorry. I hope you feel better soon. Yeah. Do you need a pillow? Oh, right, sorry. Forgot you phased through them. Well, have a good night's rest then. Bye. Yeah, she was watching the stream, but she's a bit of a headache at the moment. Yeah. Right, anyway. This may also be nice, but now it is time for Egypt. Because it is time for Roller Coaster Tycoon 3! Yes! Oh, we've only gone a quarter of an hour overtime. Oh, it's okay. Good then. Right, so the stream will be back up shortly. Hopefully, if Twitch allows it. There we go. Yes, so thank you very much for watching. Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 will start in a couple of minutes. Until then, bye. Just bump into the microphone there at the end. Bye. Have you ever played Gary's mod? I have. Found it a bit boring. I did have some fun with it, but it's just not that much to do. Anyway, bye. Just waiting for a moment for people's streams to catch up.